Oh, and to further elaborate on my ideas for diversifying city income, I've also come up with the plan to. I think Chicago as an entity should acquire the Buick and Chrysler automotive manufacturers. I see a great deal of potential in these undervalued, glossed over manufacturers. Back in the 1920s to 1950s, Chrysler was like a brand to have. And then they chose to stop competing. Buick is a brand people genuinely overlook, and I'm aware of their like old man, like elderly image, which I think is completely misearned. Because if you've ever been in like a 2007 Buick LeSabre, it is great. It is comfortable, it is soft, it is quiet, it is smooth in its acceleration. I've seen, I guess that would be like the second generation, first generation? I'm not sure. One of those generations of the Buick LeSabre. And I've seen them as like converted rally cars. Like that's how good that engine is that it does rally circuits. And they chose not to continue to compete. Like they retired the best model in their fleet. Like retiring the Buick LeSabre from the American market was a drastic mistake because it was the best thing you all sold. And as direct proof of that, it is still being sold in China. Like the Buick LeSabre is still currently being made and sold in China, just not for our American consumption. And that's terrible because it is, they're nice. Like the last generation is still quite nice looking. I think do have an attractiveness to them. Like the front end could definitely be fixed, but the rear end of them is quite romantic. Like that high haunches at the back above the wheel well and the flat deck lid. It's beautiful. Like it's going the right direction in terms of design, and they chose to just shoot it. But we can pick that ball up and we can monetize that in a way to com- my end goal. I will know I have succeeded in my career as mayor of Chicago if I can one time, at the very least one time, completely eliminate property taxes for a year. I will know I have succeeded when no one has to pay for anything around them. Like, could you imagine how great that would be? The road maintenance being paid for by the Chicago Car Company. That's what I'm going to brand them all after purchase. They are going to be like rebranded to the Chicago Car Company. And I have like a mental logo picked out and everything. It's going to be three interlocking C's that make the number three. It is obvious. And that is what I want it to be. Like when you look at the logo, I don't want there to be any sort of like confusion because you will know that three C's are obviously the Chicago Car Company. And we're so close. You just have to let me do it. And this is also like a directive to choice concerning the Chicago Car Company. I've always believed that the future of like automotive design was actually in diesel engines. I've seen those lightweight prototype vehicles that, VW made, Volkswagen made back in the early 2010s. I think they did one in like 2005 too. And going all the way back, we've had really well powered, unbelievably efficient diesel engines that we've been neglecting to put improper bets on electric power. Every time I think about like electric vehicles, I start drawing like the parallel between like different sci-fi universes I've seen because you cannot imagine everything all at once, but if you take all of the collective imagination of like human literature and like truly look at all of science fiction, like every author's imagination from like 1910 to 2019, no one sees the future as being electric. Like you go all the way to like really primitive looking flying cars and they still use like a liquid or solid fuel in their like ignition jets. Like it's not electric. You go even all the way to the future and like Star Trek, the USS Enterprise isn't electric. It uses a like Fermi engine, I think, and it's like powered with like the destruction or something of like matter and antimatter, which make electricity, but like matter is like a combustible solid. Like even going all the way forward, all the way forward, joining the Federation with the aliens, we're still using a solid or liquid fuel. And so I think that putting bets on electric vehicles is just a distraction and if anything just a cash grab from corporate entities trying to monopolize old technology. But we need to break through that decayed mindset and push forward with what we know will work, and that is diesel. Oh, I'm sorry for all the like little hiccups I've been making the whole time. I've been thirsty.